If you've ever spent time skill grinding in Skyblock, then you know that foraging is probably the most tedious one to max out. And as it was lagging behind from me in my pursuit to raise my skill average, it's the one that I have decided to... the goal is to max it as fast as possible. Apparently foraging is my best ranked skill. Even though I'm only foraging 28, I'm ranked higher in it than any other skill, which kind of makes sense because no one wants to do this skill at all. And yes, before we get into the meat of this video, the best foraging method was already known, but whether it was intentional or unintentional, the admins decided to kill that with the mining update, introducing this wacko system of mining that no one asked for. So here we go. In my opinion, this is now the fastest and easiest way to max out the foraging skill. Of course, the tool for the job is going to have to be a Tricapitator with the Toil Reforge on it. The Toil bonus gives plus 4% foraging XP, which doesn't sound like a lot at all, but over time that will add up, as we're going to be chopping millions of logs. Also, as you can see, it gives plus 110 mining speed, and that is what has killed the foraging skill as a whole. As you can see, I have a God Pot on, which means, of course, that in addition to the foraging XP boost effect, I have Haste. This is Haste 4. Haste 4 and a Golden Axe used to be an easy insta-break, but now, yeah, this is this is ridiculously slow. I mean, seriously, look at this. If the server doesn't want me to, I'm just... Oh, it's going. Okay, thank you, Hypixel. Can I get all of the logs, please? If the server doesn't want me to, I'm not even going to be able to use the tree cap ability, let alone mine blocks in general. Seriously, this mining update should only apply to mining islands, not foraging. But because of this, you may be thinking that glaciate armor, goblin armor, or even sorrow is now a viable choice to max out the foraging skill. Higher breaking speed means more blocks broken, right? Now, while the difference is actually noticeable, it's not big enough to write home about. Also, in glaciate, you can see that my travel time takes so long between trees that the Tricapitator cooldown has already reset. So you don't need to invest heavily in your mining speed. Which makes Young Dragon the logical next step for armor. With the God Pot, yes, my speed in Glaciate is capped at 400, but Young increases the speed cap to 500, and you can see just how much of a difference that makes. It's actually noticeable. Logically, the Ocelot would be the best pet. As you can see, we're already getting 11 XP per log, when normally without a God Pot, I believe it's 6. With it's probably around 9. But yet again, this is actually not the best pet for the job. This has not changed since the mining update. The monkey is still the best pet. I need to level mine up. And this is because it reduces the cooldown on the Tricapitator. As you can see, almost every single log I'm breaking is using the Tricapitator ability. Normally, this thing takes 2 seconds to fully complete its cooldown. With the monkey pet at level 100, it's going to take 1 second, which is absolutely amazing. Right now, I believe it's like 1.25 seconds. Every Tricapitator ability, I believe you break 35 logs. I could be wrong about that. It no longer tells me here. With a maxed out Ocelot, you gain plus 30% foraging XP. But with a maxed out monkey pet, you can break logs twice as fast, which means you're going to get twice the foraging XP. That's because with the Ocelot pet, you're going to be breaking 35 logs every 2 seconds. And with the monkey pet, you're going to be breaking 70 logs every 2 seconds. This is the cooldown period of the Tricapitator. Therefore, we can see that you're getting plus 100% foraging XP with the monkey pet indirectly by breaking twice as many blocks, and only plus 30% with the Ocelot. And then on top of that, of course, you're getting foraging fortune. If we're speaking English, it means you're just going to be making more money, getting more logs. So we have the best gear for foraging. This has not changed since the mining update. However, the place to get foraging XP kind of has. The Dark Oak Thicket, or whatever this place is called. The Dark Oak area used to be the go-to place to get foraging XP. That's because the logs here are the most densely packed. Really? You're gonna do that? It takes around 2 Tricapitator hits. Oh my gosh, this Lapis 9 has got to chill. As you can see, it takes between 2 to 3 hits to take down an entire tree with the Treecapitator. However, you used to be able to do this much faster because you're able to insta-mine with a Treecapitator and any haste potion above level 3. You used to only be limited by the amount of time it would take you to run from tree to tree. Now you're limited by your mining speed. Instead of insta-mining the entire tree between Treecapitator cooldowns, you have to slowly break every single block one at a time. The removal of insta-mining means that other places are now open to be as fast as the Dark Oak Thicket for foraging. Long story short, any place in the park where the trees are bigger than 35 blocks is going to be as effective as the Dark Oak Thicket. This is because at 500% speed, you'll be able to reach the next tree before the Treecapitator cooldown resets, and as mining blocks manually is now so slow, this is as effective as the Dark Oak Thicket is. This means that now the jungle, acacia, and spruce sections are now as effective as the Dark Oak Thicket for foraging XP. I'm gonna be honest, the spruce is really not. The actual logs in these trees only go about halfway up. Yeah, you can see that's the top one right there. But every tree in the jungle section is more than 35 blocks. We can actually get 2 to 3 Treecapitator hits out of each of these. Along with the acacia section. As you can see, one Treecapitator hit does not remove the entire tree. This is because before, during the Treecapitator cooldown, you used to be able to just go like this and insta-mine everything. Now you can't do this. So we're breaking 35 blocks a second, and getting 9 XP per block. This means we're getting 315 XP per second, which is 18,900 XP per minute. Which 60 minutes in an hour, that's 1.1 million XP per hour. So yeah, the math says that this is 1.1 million XP per hour. I'm gonna be honest, it's not. It does take some time to make it in between trees. So if you were hitting every single Treecapitator strike instantly when it was available, this would be 1.13 million foraging XP per hour. But we know that's not going to happen, and then also, it takes time to break blocks. Now, I don't actually know how long this takes, but because it's not an insta-mine, we have to factor it in. And because we're ideally going to be breaking at least 3,600 blocks per hour, that's just 1 block per second, it's going to make a difference. This is going to bring your total foraging XP collected down to like 600,000 per hour with a perfect setup. Oh, and you might think, just use minions. No, absolutely not. Minions are, I'm not even exaggerating here, 315 times slower than manually foraging. So that's not going to happen. I have done the testing, and this is the same in the Dark Oak area, the Acacia area, and the Jungle area. You're getting around 10,000 XP more in the Dark Oak area now, but not having to put up with any other people makes these other two areas so worth it. So yeah, it's going to take me 50 million more XP to reach Foraging 50, which is 83 hours of grinding, or 3.47 days non-stop. So it looks like I know what I'm going to be doing for the next week. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below, also subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Peace.